Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Everyday Prosperity. I'm Lori Lamantia, and I'm here with the wonderful Trisha Fisk.
Morning, everybody.
Hello. Hello. And so today we're going to talk about Trisha and I both had kind of chaotic, out of the box weekends. I went to a wedding and she had her nephews over. And so it's interesting as we go into these different out of the box experiences, which aren't our normal, everyday, usual. We both found grace. We both found the experience of unexpected enjoyment in the chaos. And so I'm going to turn it over to Trisha, and she's going to tell you a little bit about her experience with the young boys, the twins.
Right. Yeah. So I have family that lives out of state, and my niece, and she's got twin boys who are going to start fourth grade. And I live in a condo. So when I have people overnight, well, I do have two bathrooms, so that's good. But
Yeah,
when
that
I have
helps.
people overnight, right, somebody's always on the couch and, right, all that stuff. So it's very, very chaotic here. And I was a little nervous about them coming because I have a new kitten and I'm slowly introducing the kitten to my older cat who's
Mhm,
pretty crabby about it.
mhm,
So I thought, oh gosh, we'll see how this goes. And it turned out to be absolutely lovely. Like I said earlier, I was so out of my head about all my to-dos. And
mhm,
honestly, I get so many emails every day. I just enjoyed myself and was present with the chaos. And of course, the boys loved the kitten, and that was a big hit. And the kitten is always knocking toys under furniture, under bookcases, under the stove, under the refrigerator, and the boys were thought it was so cool and fun to drag all those toys out from under all
Treasure hunt
those.
time, treasure hunt time.
Exactly. So yeah, it really turned out to be sweet. And grateful. I'm grateful for them coming, and I let them know. And I felt that that's an important thing to talk about. I love order. And I work a lot because I have my own business. I work a lot. I'm on the computer and all that stuff. And I just got a total break from it this weekend.
Mm.
Felt
Yeah, the
like
out of the ordinary.
Exactly. It felt like I was on vacation because my
Yeah.
head wasn't going to defending anything. It was just
Mm.
open to playing with a kitten and a couple little boys and
Hmm.
even being okay with them getting whiny when they got whiny because they were hungry and stuff like that. It was just worth mentioning and worth
Yeah.
talking about.
Well, we've been talking about presence, and it's funny how we think we're present when we have things in order, and we
Right.
can, but there is something about really being present, like getting to goof around. Kids are so present that you really do get to experience yourself differently. And I love that. I love that you said that. I love that you want to talk about this because even in those unexpected what we might consider overwhelming or out of the box experiences, there is grace and perfection and perspective that you don't get day to day. Um, so yeah, I think what we're talking about here is really seeing grace in every moment and finding that relaxation, I guess it feels like, that of being in your place, in your space no matter what's going on. It feels like home no matter where you are or what's going on around you. I mean, that's what I'm trying to give myself is
Yes.
knowing I'm in that place no matter what's going on around me. I can be present and appreciative.
Yes. Especially appreciative because you know, we flourish in the unexpected, but it's
Mm,
not what we like, and it's not what makes us comfortable. Especially, I would say, as I get older, I like a routine.
right.
Um,
But I think it's the routine too that keeps us feeling crusty, for lack of a better
mhm.
word. Because I like routine too, and to the point that like tomorrow I'm supposed to take a trip for work, and I'm like, "Ah, I don't really want to go. I got to get on a plane. And I used to love jumping on a plane, and now it's like, oh, I got to pack, all the things that you kind of, you get so used to your usual that the unusual, I want to say sometimes could be scary, but it's supposed to be enlivening. And,
Right.
somebody, remember when you were a kid, you wanted to go, "Hey, where are we going? Come on, let's have fun." Ooh, la, la, la," and
Right. Right.
I think that's what life is kind of always asking us for is enjoy every moment, the routine ones, but also the out of the box unexpected ones. There's grace in every one of them.
Yes. I had another experience yesterday where my granddaughter loves to come. I have a pool here where I live. And so my son and granddaughter came, and sure enough, as soon as we got into the water, we weren't there 10 minutes and thunder started
All
rolling.
right.
And there was just not a lot of people at the pool, but evidently in the men's bathroom and locker room, there's a whole like reception area. So everybody grabbed a chair and went and sat in the men's locker room and waited for waited to see what was going to happen. And of course, unfortunately, it got worse, and everybody had to take off, and then it poured for a while.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was different, and my granddaughter, we were so worried that she was going to be so upset about not being able to stay in the pool, but she thought the whole situation was cool
Right.
because it was
Right.
unexpected and different. She
Yeah.
met my neighbors, and right.
Oh, and they
It was
probably lavished her with all kinds of, "Oh, you're so adorable." It's so fun. Yeah. So that's what, we really wanted to kind of talk about today is that we've been talking about being in the present and is life happening to you or for you? And in the unexpected moments, life is happening for us. And I just, it's this leaning into the trust of the way life can delight us, surprise us, and care for us. I've been doing a lot of abundance work on the root chakra, and me trying to keep myself safe, I think is also keeping myself from the full joys of life. And
right.
in the unexpected, if our first reaction isn't, "Oh my gosh," it's, "Oh my gosh." That's, what it could, if I gave myself, and I'm still working on that because I want to believe in, I want to feel it. I want to know heaven on earth is in in every moment. I know I've committed to be here to facilitate and open to heaven on earth. And that means me really, it's almost like a trust fall. Sometimes it feels like that in the chaos, in the unexpected, that we can be comforted and enriched even in the chaos moments. And I think you
Yes.
said that, you said that you were worried about the boys coming. Are they going to have any fun? Is it going to be just chaos and or
Right. Are they going to fight the whole time? And yeah.
right, and the unexpected happened. And I do think the more we embrace life and know heaven on earth is happening, I think it does become a smoother, more gentle um presence moment where we're not, like you said, having to manage so much.
Right. We're not on the verge of defending every moment, just in case. Right. We
Right,
can just allow it to be crazy. And yeah, it really, our expectation, we like things in order because it makes us feel safe.
right.
But there's so much grace in having everything burst up in the air and having it be chaotic.
Right. And I totally support having, infrastructure, sanctuary. It is nice to know you can retreat back to the sanctuary. For those don't have that, of course it's important because it's nice to be
Yes.
able to have that to lean into and to recuperate in or whatever. And that shouldn't be the only thing. We have
Right.
sanctuary so we can go out and adventure. That's why we even go on vacation. Abraham always says, you know, if you just said, "Oh, well, why bother go on vacation? I might as well just stay here and breathe, because I want to come home." You're missing out on the adventure of the vacation, and we don't want to miss out on the adventure of life, to stay safe. And Neil Donald Walsh said in Conversations with God, life is lived at the edge of our comfort zone. And I, I think I get too wrapped up in making sure I have my safe comfort zone that, it's time to get out there, on the enjoyment edge. And it's
I
enjoyment. It's not just chaos for chaos sake. It's, ooh, why don't you try that new class? Ooh, why don't you talk to that new person? Ooh, why don't you, just hit springs around with your kitty? Whatever.
right, right,
Ooh, go in the
right.
men's bathroom. How about that?
Yeah,
Unexpected. Oh, I get to go in the men's locker room.
right. And who knew it had so much more room in there than in the women's locker room?
Right. But don't let your mind go, because you know where that could go. We have all gone. Don't
Right.
go down that. Just go, hey, this was fun. And don't let yourself run down some of the old patterns of victimhood or insignificance and all that stuff. It's not worth it. It's our mind playing its game.
Right. Or isolating yourself because that feels safer than putting yourself out there to see what's going to happen.
Right. Yeah. I could get on the plane tomorrow and go, who knows what fun person I'll meet? Who knows what unexpected things I'll learn at the conference I'm going to? Be excited instead of work, work,
Right.
work, work, work. You know.
That's right. Yes.
So for what we're talking about here is that everything is okay. And if we can allow ourselves that next level of presence and like being held in our sanctuary wherever we go. We are sanctity, we are sovereign, and not let our minds cheat us of the joys of life for
Yes. And
safety's sake.
yes. And so I want to share Mary Oliver, one of my favorite poets. I rose this morning early as usual and went to my desk, but it's spring and the thrush is in the woods somewhere in the twirled branches and he is singing. And so now I am standing by the open door and now I'm stepping down onto the grass. I'm touching a few leaves. I'm noticing the way the yellow butterflies move together in a twinkling cloud over the field. And I am thinking, maybe just looking and listening is the real work.
Mm,
Mary Oliver.
she's amazing.
Yes,
Nails it
she
every
is.
time.
Right. And for those of you who have Apple TV, I don't. So, but I have a neighbor who does. There is a documentary on Mary Oliver that's showing on Apple TV now.
Ooh,
So,
thank you.
yeah,
Yes. All
yeah, yeah.
right. Yes. So many great documentaries, so many inspired people out there,
Yeah.
at the edge of their comfort zone, you know, aliving, drinking up life, living heaven on earth, and showing us the way. And Mary Oliver is such a magical person that does that. As is
Yes.
two fourth graders, it sounds like.
Right. Right.
Have a wonderful week, everyone, and
Bye,
enjoy
everybody.
the
Yes.
grace of every moment.